So
Thames.
Münchener Ruderclub were here for the 8th head in March as well. So this is their second trip to the UK for a race.
Attention! Go.
Come forwards.
Get ready, please.
So the Cox here, sure, and Thames crew, having won this race in 2015 and 2018, will bring a lot of confidence to the crew, knowing exactly how to handle the crew down this course.
Absolutely, we can see Coxswain there, Connie Perdue, hand up, but both Coxswains are lined up and ready here.
Go!
Strong start there from Thames.
Yeah, really on the front of the boat, really aggressive. A lot of water splashing around, but generating a lot of boat speed.
Just have to watch their steering here as they come around the island.
Münchener also really look at how physical that crew's running. There's nothing being held back here as they attack the start of the race.
Yeah, looking very strong. The Germans starting to perhaps bring themselves back onto terms with Thames, who really blasted out of the blocks there. Winners of the senior men's 8 at the Heidelberg Regatta earlier in the year.
Thames, that's really good there, Thames. It really looks like they're finishing their strokes off. There's a bit of pause, the bodies, the finish. That should give them a good transition. Let's see how that's going to pay any dividends. And they're starting to move a little bit out, away from the German crew. It's a crucial time, isn't it, when you transition from your flat-out sprint to get something you can sustain. You can get it wrong sometimes and end up making it heavy, can't you?
Absolutely, and we see crews do that. I mean, the start at the Henley Regatta is so nerve-wracking, and we heard Matthew Pinson talk to the international crews at the beginning of the week at our crew reception, and saying that it is absolutely the most nerve-wracking time is, well, I think, being on the start of any race, but particularly being on the start line at Henley. Yeah,
it's so closed in with the island there, and it's very quiet, and it's one-on-one racing is really intimate. There's not other crews to worry about it. You do, as though you're supposed to run your own race, you still have to keep an eye on the opposition. I mean, Okeanos and Orca showed that, didn't they, in the quads?
Yes, we saw a little signal there from the from the coxswain, saying that she acknowledges the umpire and is steering back onto her station.
It looks like the German crew and Münchener seem to have got themselves into a slightly better rhythm, and they're not just letting Thames have everything. There's a bit of steering there from the German 8, quite a drastic steer there from the Cox.
That is interesting, seeing the Germans coming right back out into the middle with their steering now. Perhaps trying to ensure that Thames don't come too far into the middle.
Yeah, it looks like there that after that bit of steering, Thames slightly composed again. Looks like maybe clear water on the German crew. German crew still really attacking there.
Yeah, Thames just look really patient around the back there, don't they? Nice and stable, well-timed. There's no extra body movements. They're really moving the boat quite nicely through the back end, whereas the Germans still looking a bit rushed, like you said, not really settling into that really dynamic second half rhythm early in the race. And that's what we were talking about just before, that if you're really punchy through the front, you've got to find a way to be able to sit back and start to make the boat efficient, because otherwise that weight will land on you at some point in the middle of the race, and then the rate comes down and it gets harder and harder and harder.
And it's such a small difference. Just having, it's a fraction of a second more time at the finish. And what happens then is when you let go of the water, the boat actually carries on accelerating once you've let go of it. So if you have the patience to keep your body weight still and not negatively impact the boat, you let the boat come at a higher speed, and then it's just much easier after that. But here, the German crew, if you're just chasing the finish and moving your body weight towards the stern, immediately you're just chopping the top end of the boat speed off, and then it has other repercussions. I mean, there's no question the power and aggression is there. Just the Thames crew there just seem to have more poise there, and just there and let the boat run. Really good effort actually from the Thames crew there.
Yeah, they're looking really composed. And I mean, when you have a good margin, it's easy to row a composed rhythm. But, you know, they worked for that early. They had a very aggressive start. So I think their plan was clear, to try and get out in front early, really put it on the line. And now they've just been able to swing into this rhythm and get the look back on the crew from Germany.
And Ben Lewis, who's been running this Thames program for quite a long time, has had some great successes. You know, was last year, the year before, where there was Thames A versus Thames B in this event. So this is his last year. He's handed in his notice. He's no longer going to be coaching after this year, and so he'll want to end on a high. And I think both racing and competing as an athlete, he's won 11 Henley medals.
It's just remarkable, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
And if they could go back to back in the Thames Challenge Cup, I mean, what a way to finish. And certainly I imagine these guys are rowing to do just that.
Yeah, I'm sure they're trying to get in, give Ben a good send-off the last time he's coaching the Thames crew here. And here Thames, really professional job here. And yeah.
So we see the Germans here on screen. They're still fighting all the way down the course.
Yeah, still racing it all the way to the end. But Thames, the rating seems to have come down a little bit. They just look a little bit more composed. Yeah, so you know, Münchener, when they came to the 8's head this year, they were 25th at the 8's head, so they were a fast crew. And here Thames, just clear water ahead, only a couple of 100 meters to go down the enclosures. There'll be a lot of people in the crowd cheering on Thames, wearing their blazers.
We've seen a huge number of German crews, particularly at the regatta this year, across a number of the different trophies, but unfortunately for Münchener Ruderclub from 1880 from Germany, they're not going to get through in the Thames Challenge Cup today.
But they're not giving up. They've got themselves back into overlap and really raced us to the line.
Wow, look at them step here. Unfortunately, too little, too late. It will be Thames Rowing Club A taking out the Thames Challenge Cup, going through to the all-important Saturday racing.